Now we can see about the volume of a triple integration. So this is the first question. The question the find the volume of the tetrahedron x by a plus y by b plus z by c is equals to 1. So first of all we have to find the x limits, y limits and z limits. And this is the formula. Normally what is the area? Double integral dx dy, and here the triple integration is triple integral dx dy dz. So before finding the integration we have to find the x limits, y limits and z limits. So how to find the x limits of this tetrahedron equation? For finding the x limits, if you substitute the x y value and the z value, y is at equal to 0, then we will be getting the value of x. So after y and z equal to 0, x by a is equals to 1, x is equal to 0 to a. So this is the value of the x limits. Next, y limit. Only if z equal to 0, then it is y limit. So y z equal to 0 means y by b is equals to 1 minus x by a. What is y? B into 1 minus x by a, because here z equal to 0. So the value of y is equal to 0 to b into 1 minus x by a. Now after z limit, simply it is y, x value, y value, take it to right hand side. Z by c is equal to 1 minus x by a minus y by b. Therefore, z is equals to c into 1 minus a minus y by b. So, this is the value of the z limits, and the volume formula integral dx dy dz. And here the limit is, the inner integration is z. So, keep this z limit as the inner integration. So what are the z limits? As 0 to c into 1 minus x by a minus y by b. And the limits are x and y. So the limit x and y means integration with respect to z. So integral dz is equal to z, and z limit as c into 1 minus x by a minus y by b is the upper limit, minus z equal to 0 is the lower limit, into dy dx. So this is the first integration. Now take c as a constant. Now this we have to integrate. So we can see b into 1 minus x by a. So b into 1 minus x by a. Here x is the limit. So as per the property, if the x is limit, upper limit or either lower limit, we have to integrate with respect to y. So 1 minus x by a minus y by b, this we have to integrate with respect to y. So into dy. And another in the variable is there dx, it's the third. So now this we have to integrate. First of all, 1 minus x by a, this is the constant, 1 minus x by a into minus y by b, this we have to integrate. So 1 by b is the constant. Now y is equals to, y into dy is equal to y square by 2. What is the y limit? So y limit is equal to b into 1 minus x by a. So first is the 1 minus x by a into y minus of 1 by b into y into dy equal to y square by 2. So after substituting the value of y is equal to b into 1 minus x by a. So this is the value of 1 minus x by a whole square into, and the third variable is dx. And now this we have to integrate. Already we have the constant bc by 2, 1 minus x by a whole square into dx. So twice we can do the, there are two steps we can follow. This we can expand as a x minus a whole square, x square plus b square minus 2xy. Else 1 minus x by a into 1 minus x by a. Twice also we can multiply and integrate. And one more thing, normally what is the integration of x square? X cube by 3. So after that 1 minus x by a whole square is 1 minus x by a whole cube divided by 3 into x coefficient is equal to here minus 1. So that is also we can do that, and x limit as 0 to a, and after simplify we will be having the answer ABC by 6. The second question is, find the volume of this cylinder x square plus y square equal to 4 and the plane y plus z equal to 4 and z equal to 0. This is some example question, but in the important question is for volume of the ellipsoid and the volume of the tetrahedron only as per the syllabus. Now we can see about the volume of the ellipsoid. What is the difference between ellipse and ellipsoid? If it is two dimension x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1, it is called the equation of the ellipse. If the three dimension x square by a square plus y square by b square plus z square by c square equal to 1 is called the equation of the ellipsoid. Now we are going to finding the volume of this given ellipsoid. So before finding the triple integration, that means volume, we need the value of x limits, y limits and z limits. As before, how we got the x limits and y limits and the z limits of tetrahedron. For finding the x limits if y and z equal to 0, for finding the y limits if z equal to 0, if we find the z limit, take x value and y value to right hand side, it is the z limit. So the same thing will be happening here. For finding the x limits, if y and z equal to 0, therefore x square by a square equal to 1, x square equal to a square, x is equal to plus or minus a. So x is equal to plus or minus a. Next, we can go for the y limits. If z equal to 0, if z equal to 0, y square by b square equal to 1 minus x square by a square. Therefore, y square equal to b square into 1 minus x square by a square. And y is equal to square root of b square into 1 minus x square by a square. Anyway, after square root of b square, that is y is equal to b into root of 1 minus x square by a square. Then the third integration is z. So how to find the z limits? Z square by c square equal to 1 minus x square by a square minus y square by b square. Hence z square equal to c square into 1 minus x square by a square minus y square by b square. So these are the three x limits and y limits and z limits. Now we can go for the integration. Normally the integration is, volume of the integration is a triple integral dx dy dz. So here it is the triple integration of the ellipsoid. It is the three dimensions. So there are 8 quadrants are there. So first we find the volume of the first adnot and multiply by 8, then we will be getting the entire volume of the ellipsoid. So in this first quadrant, we have the x limits as 0 to a and y limits as 0 to root of b square, or square root of b square is b. So 0 to b into 1 minus x square by a square, and z limit as z equal to 0 to c into root of 1 minus x square by a square minus y square by b square. So now we can do the integration. This is the volume, the x limits and the y limits and the z limit into dx dy dz, but here it is the upper limit is x and y, so integrate with respect to z is the first. Integral dz equal to z, and z limits from 0 to root of 1 minus x square minus x square by a square minus y square by b square, and apply the upper limit is z equal to the entire value is the upper limit, and this is c into root of 1 minus x square by a square minus y square by b square into dy dx. And now take this c as a constant. So integrate with respect to y now. So now they did some LCM. So here some b square into 1 minus x square by a square minus y square. So take b square is the LCM. So b square into 1 minus x square by a square minus of y square into dy. So this we can integrate now. So this is the value of some a square minus y square into dy. What is a square minus y square into dy? Square root of a square minus y square y by 2 square root of a square minus y square plus a square by 2 into sine inverse of y by a. So now a square is nothing but b square into 1 minus x square by a square. So this is y by 2 into a square. This is the entire value is a square minus y square plus a square by 2. This is the a square by 2 sine inverse of y by a. So y by the whole thing is a square. What is a? So after we taking the square root b into root of 1 minus x square by a square. Now the y limit for 0 to root of b into 1 minus x square by a square. So now upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit of y is equal to b into root of 1 minus x square by a square. Now y by 2 into root of b square into 1 minus x square minus x square by a square minus y square plus as y is equal to this value plus minus lower limit of y equal to 0. So 0 into any number, it is 0. So the first term is 0 for both the limits because y is equal to this value. So already we have b square into 1 minus x square by a square is there. If you apply this y is equal to root of b into root of 1 minus x square by a square, 0 minus lower value of y equal to 0. Substitute here y equal to 0. So the first term is 0. Next for the second term, as y is equal to, this is the upper value, same value will be for the numerator. So numerator by denominator is equal to 1. So plus b square by 2 into sine inverse of 1 is equal to pi by 2. So what will have the answer? B square into 1 minus x square by a square by 2 into sine inverse of 1 is equal to pi by 2. So it is here sine inverse of 0 equal to 0. So now we have whatever the constant, we can take the constant. So now b is the cancelled and here pi by 2 is there. So take all the constant value outside 1 minus x square by a square into dx. Now this we can integrate. 1 into dx is equal to x. Minus 1 by a square is the constant. Integral x square into dx is equal to x cube by 3. And here x limits are 0 to a. And apply the upper limit of x is equal to a minus lower limit of x is equal to 0. So a minus 1 by 3 a square into x is equal to a. So a cube. And after simplify this, we have 4 pi into abc by 3. This is the volume of the given ellipsoid x square by a square plus y square by b square plus z square by c square equal to 1. And the last question is find the volume of this pure x square by a square plus y x square plus y square plus z square equal to a square using the triple integration. As we have the volume triple integral dx dy dz, and here the sphere also, it is the 3 dimensions, so there are 8 quadrants. So first actant we can find the volume and multiply by 8. So 8 into triple integral dx dy dz. And before finding this volume, we should find the value of x limits, y limit and z limit. So now what is x? Here put y and z equal to 0, we can have the x limits. So x square equal to a square, x is equal to plus or minus a. And if you go for the first actant, first quadrant, x limits are 0 to a. Next is the y limit. So for y limit, put z equal to 0, y equal to 0, put z equal to 0, y square equal to a square minus x square. What is y? Square root of a square minus x square. And how to find the z limits? Z square equal to take x value and the y x and y variables into the right hand side. A square minus x square minus y square. And this is z square, z equal to square root of a square minus x square minus y square. Now, as per the property of the integration, if the upper limit is x and y, integrate with respect to z. So now integral dz equal to z. Close the limit from z is equal to 0 to root of a square minus x square minus y square. So now upper limit as z equal to, this is upper limit minus z equal to 0. So we have the entire answer here. Now as the direct formula, root of a square minus x square into dx is equal to x by 2 into root of a square minus x square plus a square by 2 into sine inverse of x by a, x by a, not here to x by a. Now here as x square, here a square minus x square, but here instead of a square equal to a square minus x square. Now we can apply the formula. This is the entire a square minus x square equal to a square. So x by 2. So now x by 2 instead of x is equal to here y. So y by 2 root of a square minus x square. Here a square equal to a square minus x square minus y square plus a square by 2. A square equal to a square minus x square by 2 sine inverse of x by a is the formula. X is equal to y. So y by root of a square equal to a square minus x square. What is a? Root of a square minus x square. And upper limit minus lower limit we can apply. The limit, upper limit of y is equal to root of a square minus x square. So a square minus x square here, a square minus x square minus of a square minus x square equal to 0. So for this term, upper limit is equal to 0 minus lower limit of y equal to 0. You can apply here 0 into anything, it is 0. So for the first whole term is 0 for both upper and lower limit. Plus a square minus x square by 2 into sine inverse of us y is equal to root of a square minus x square. It is cancelled. Sine inverse of 1 equal to pi by 2. So pi by 2 into a square minus x square by 2. So already we have the constant outside, it is 8. So after the cancellation of the constant, we have only 2 pi into a square minus x square into dx. So this we can integrate with respect to x. So what is the integration? A square into dx is equal to a square x minus x square into dx is equal to x cube by 3. Close the limit from 0 to a. So as x is equal to a is the upper limit minus x is equal to a is the upper limit. Here upper limit minus of lower limit of x is equal to 0. This is a cube minus a cube by 3. Cross multiply. 3 is the LCM. 3a cube minus a cube. 3a cube minus a cube is equal to 2a cube by 3. And 2 into 2, 4 by 3 into a cube. So 4 pi a cube by 3 is the volume of the sphere, and it's the important question. It's a compulsory, very important question, volume of the sphere.